Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. I'm in another random place in my flat today. I don't know if the background's cute, you can see the radiator, but yeah, this is just a very chilled video. I'm sat on a really comfy beanbag. I've got a cup of tea. Also, I think you guys are probably going to heavily judge me for this, but whenever I drink Builder's tea or Yorkshire tea or whatever you want to call it, I always leave the tea bag in, and I don't know why. I think it's because I'm lazy and I don't want to take it out, to be honest. But yeah, if any of you guys do that as well, let me know. And sometimes I also like top up with a second, how do you say it? Like I use the tea bag twice. Is that kind of gross? I don't know, but anyway, I just love a tea. Today I'm going to be filming a whole video on like moving to London, living in London, budgets, prices, that kind of thing. Like everything you guys want to know, I'm going to try and answer, and I've got a lot of questions from you on Instagram stories. So be sure to follow me on Instagram because that's where I'm like most active. I update you guys every day. I do a lot of Q&As on there, so yeah, make sure you follow me on Insta. But yeah, enough rambling, let's just get on with the video, and I'm going to answer all your questions and yeah, give you all the tea on what it's really like moving to London. So I'm going to kick off with the one that was asked most by you guys, and it is, how did you afford to rent a flat? So I'm going to tell you like the whole kind of journey of how we got here. So when I first moved to London, like well over a year ago now, I moved into a flat share, and that was very expensive. It just was renting a room. If you want to know all the gossip about that and like what really happened, then go and watch my life updates video. I explain it in like a lot of detail, but so I moved into that place and I couldn't afford my deposit on that first flat share because I had not saved up the money for it. Me being young and naive, didn't really think about the whole deposit situation, so I borrowed it off a family member and then I paid it all back. So that was like the first situation with the flat share. So when I got my deposit back from that place, it was all my own money because I'd paid back my family member by the time I moved out, if that makes sense. And during that time of living in the flat share, I also saved enough money for the deposit of this place. So yeah, the deposit is just about saving or borrowing money. It's expensive. The deposit is usually about the same price that you pay in rent, if that makes sense. So you need to afford your deposit. And then when it comes to the actual rent price, we got a pretty good deal on this place. My flatmate Alice actually pays a little bit more than me, I'm sure she'll remember me saying, just because she's got the bigger room, and it meant that I could more easily afford this place, which yeah, is such a blessing. And in terms of actually affording it, I do pretty much spend my whole salary on rent and commuting on the trains. But if you want a nice place and if you are ready to make the sacrifice of living in London, it's so worth it. You just have to budget and really think about how much you can afford when you are renting somewhere. So yeah, just give yourself a top price and do not go over that when it comes to rent and bills. I lived in a lot of different places during uni, and when my mum's moved at home and stuff, like I've lived in a lot of different places, and having my own place finally has just made me feel so happy and content, and this is my actual like happy place. I could just spend all my time here. So yeah, it's so worth it if you can save a little bit. Just make sure you're saving where you can and really put like your heart into it. If you really want to move, you will make it happen. So yeah, just save. Where's the best areas to look for flats in London as a young professional 23-year-old? So same age as me, and I would say I'm a bit biased because my uncle and auntie have always lived like southwest London, so I've always been coming here since I was little, so I probably like southwest the best because of that. But yeah, my old flat share was also in southwest in Wandsworth Borough. I still live in Wandsworth Borough, so I would just recommend the Wandsworth area. Clapham Junction is a really popular area for young professionals, but it's expensive and it's pretty hard to come by a nice flat for good money. So I would recommend looking in the little areas around Clapham Junction. That is the areas that I live in. So if I just reel a list off, I would say check Clapham Junction, Clapham Common, Clapham North, Earlsfield, Balham, Wandsworth Town, where else? Southfields, Wimbledon is not kind of, it's probably, Wimbledon's a little bit more for the older people, I'd say, but it's still really lively, and there's some good bars there. So yeah, that, I just know the southwest area the best, so I would recommend this area the most. And all my friends live around here as well, which is amazing. But yeah, definitely check out Wandsworth Borough. And according to my flatmate, she says that Wandsworth Borough is also the cheapest area for council tax in London. Yeah, definitely a perk. We thought the council tax was going to be, well, I thought the council tax was going to be so much more expensive, but each month we pay about £40 on council tax, which is really not bad at all for living in a city. I've got a funny question saying, how do you know which friend you wanted to move in with? So like, Alice has been basically one of my best friends since sixth form. We've known each other for like 7 years now, I think, which is mad. Like, we've been best friends for years, and we just both happened to move to London for our post-university jobs. Our family homes are up north. We both just happened to move down here, so it literally just made sense for us to move in together because we know each other so well, and yeah, we know that we're like true friends, if that makes sense without sounding cringe. So it just made sense, like it just happened so naturally. We both got flat shares to start with, and then yeah, despite COVID, we finally managed to get this flat. It would have happened a lot earlier if it wasn't for the mad year that was 2020, but yeah, we're so happy to finally be in and living together, and it literally feels like we have lived together for years. It's so weird, like how like natural it feels. So yeah, I would say when moving in with someone, make sure you're both on the same wavelength, have like similar lifestyles, both have the same kind of mindset. Like me and Al are both so chilled, like we don't mind like a bit of like, not mess, but we don't care if one of us leaves the pots out for a bit, for example. Like, we're not very OCD on that kind of thing, so our lifestyles just like fit together very well. So just find someone you're really comfortable with and like have a similar brain with. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I've got a question saying, did you rent it or buy it? Obviously you guys know by now, this is just a rented place. I am in no way ready to buy somewhere. I don't think I will be for a very long time. How much of a increase in price was there compared to your flat share? So this is an interesting one. I used to pay £730 for my flat share, and I literally just stayed in my room the whole time. Again, I explain more in my life update video. And £730, thinking about it, is just extortionate for a room when I'm paying not a whole lot more for this place. I'm not going to say the exact price just because obviously I'm living with someone and it's kind of like, I don't want to give away all our financial details, but it's not a whole lot more what I'm paying now, and it just, yeah, really aggravates me that I was paying that much money for a flat share for so many months when I could have been paying a little bit more for this amazing place. But yeah, it is what it is and it had to be done. But yeah, just do not get ripped off, guys, because I think flat shares just completely rip you off. But then again, sometimes it is the cheapest way to move to London. I've got a question saying, how long are you planning on staying in this flat? So our contract that we signed for is for a year, so that brings us until next November. But yeah, honestly, who knows? Like, I think I would love to stay here my whole life. No, obviously not, like it's not the biggest flat. I mean, to be fair, it is for the price in London, but yeah, it's obviously not like we're not gonna live here forever, but yeah, I would like to stay here a while. So someone's asked 5 tips for people thinking of moving to London. So I'd say get ready for the hustle and bustle. If you don't like a fast-paced lifestyle, don't move here, because that is just all what it's about. Save money, don't give yourself settling in time. It took me a while to settle in and now I absolutely love it, but at first I was really honestly questioning if I had made the right decision. And 5, take time to learn how the tubes work and how the overgrounds work, because it's honestly like a mad maze of trains, and obviously there's all the different lines that you have to get used to. So yeah, take time to also learn how to like bop about London on the tubes, and then your life is so much easier once you know how to get about. I've got a question saying, how much do you spend on bills? So we spend roughly about £100 a month on bills. So that includes council tax, water, energy, electricity, that same thing? No, separate things. Wi-Fi, did I say that? And anything else? I don't think so. Water, or just the kind of like basic bills things, costs about £100. We are quite careful with like how much we spend on heating and stuff, but yeah, about £100 roughly a month. How do you budget when living on an entry-level wage? So yeah, this is definitely what I find hard. My salary is not amazing for London, to be honest, and I have got to be real with you guys. A lot of why I can afford things is because I do social media. I get a little bit extra money from that, and I get a lot of things gifted. I know it sounds like really annoying, but that is honestly why I can afford like new clothes and meals out, because a lot of them are gifted. And being real, I don't think I could have the same lifestyle if I didn't work in social media as well on the side as my main job, just because, like I said, most of my salary does go on trains and my rent, especially when I'm working 5 days a week in the office. Like, trains take up so much of my weekly budget. So yeah, that is the truth behind like why I can afford certain things. I am more careful with my money now than I used to be. Like, I do try and put aside £100 a month if possible, but yeah, it's definitely hard trying to save and afford everything on a lower budget for London. But like I said, it's so worth it. Oh, this is so cute. A girl's put, not a question, but I'm very proud of you, which is just the sweetest thing. I've had quite a few messages from you guys recently saying that you've been following me on my journey since like the beginning of uni to 4 years on. It's just so lovely to have you all here with me and like watching me go on in life. My hair is crazy today. I don't know if I used to wear my hair like this a lot. I don't know if I'm feeling it. What do you guys think? Is it cute or is it just a bit much? I've been really enjoying like the sleek hairstyles recently, like the blow dry look, but I thought I'd do something different because I was bored of how I was looking. So yeah, is it cute? I don't know. So the safest areas to move to in London that are not too expensive. I would again say the places that I listed earlier. I think Balham is quite a good one. Southfields, that's where I used to live. At my old flat share, I can say that now, I've moved out of that, and I always felt really safe there actually. It's definitely kind of like a little bit more of a quiet area, if that makes sense. Like, it definitely feels more like a little towny kind of vibe, but yeah, I always felt really safe there. Like, when I used to walk back late at night from the gym and stuff, I always felt really safe. How many flats did you have to view before finding the one? We were so lucky with our flat journey. Like, we literally viewed one flat before this one. Alice viewed it because I couldn't make the viewing, and she sent me videos, but we just didn't get the best vibe from it. It was nice, but compared to this, it was like nowhere near as nice. So yeah, we viewed one flat, viewed this one maybe a week later, and literally sat outside in a bus stop and put the offer on straight away, because we just walked in and we looked at each other like, this is the one, like, we love it. It's such a good area, like, we're just so fortunate. So yeah, we put the offer on straight away, literally as soon as we walked out, because we were like, nobody else is getting this. And we got our offer accepted the very next day, and I was at work in the office, and I generally felt like I had tears coming to my eyes because it was just so overwhelming, like having our first rented offer ever accepted. It was just such an amazing feeling. So yeah, that's what happened, and here we are now. We've been living here about just less than 3 months now, I think. No, actually, I think it's only 2 months. Gosh, that's crazy. It feels like we've been here for so long. Got another question saying, what are your must-haves for the new London apartment? I don't know. So this place came like partly furnished. So we've bought a lot of it ourselves. I don't know what you'd say must-haves are. Obviously, you just need all the essentials, really, like kitchen stuff, kettle, toaster. I'd say in terms of making it look homely, candles are such a big one, and a fluffy white rug. I'll show you guys if I can our rug situation. So we've got like a fluffy rug here. I'm actually going to try and film a whole flat tour really soon, I think, because it's not done, but we've got as far as we probably will for the time being with it. The only part of the flat that is stressing us out is the corner. Sorry, my tea's going down the wrong way. It's the corner over there with the TV on it. It just looks rank and we hate it. So that's the only part that's kind of stressing us out, but we're not sure what to do with it. So if you guys have any nice suggestions for, let me show you. I don't know if you can see. Oh, the ring light's in the way. But basically, in this corner, there's like this grim table, and it just does not go with the glass coffee table or anything. So yeah, if you guys have any good suggestions for nice small TV stands, please let us know, because we just don't know what to do with that corner. And yeah, I can't really think of any of the essentials really. A dishwasher's always nice. We managed to get a dishwasher with the flat, which was good. Who are you renting your flat from? So we went through an estate agency. If you want to know the name, message me on Instagram and I'll give it you directly, because they were really good. That was like my first experience, obviously, apart from uni, dealing with estate agents that aren't aimed at students, and they were so good. They were quick, helpful, replied to like most of our queries. They were just really professional, really lovely to deal with. So we're renting it through them, but then one landlord owns our whole block, if that makes sense, like a whole little building. So yeah, that's who we're renting it off. We didn't have to pay any estate agency fees. I think they have been scrapped by the government, I'm not sure, but yeah, I was really shocked that we didn't have to pay a big agency fee, but I think that's because they might have been scrapped recently because of COVID, I don't know. But yeah, went through a estate agency, and if you want to know the name, because they do like they have places around the southwest area, so yeah, message me on Instagram and I will give you the name of them. I know a few of you guys have already asked me for the name from a previous video. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. I've answered like the main questions you guys seem to be asking, so yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what like other London themed videos you want me to film, or what other advice videos you want. And thank you so much for all the love recently in the DMs and on the comment section of my videos recently. It's so nice to like be able to talk to you guys properly, and it's so good to be back filming. So yes, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below for all the London content, the vlogs, everything, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Mwah.